Are you ready to pull some product? Before I start that, I just wanted to give you an update on what I plan on doing with videos here. I'm going to still do these pulling videos. They're quick, they're easy for me. I've got to pull anyway, so I might as well make them. And so you guys can see what kind of stuff sells. I'm going to continue those quick and easy. So future new video sessions are going to be is going to be one called the Honey Hose Sessions. This is where I go to one thrift store and we can see how much money I can make off this one thrift store every month. Just boom, boom, boom. I haven't been there in probably a year and a half, but I hear it's still a honey hole. I'm probably not going to show the store because that would be dumb of me, but you're going to see the items I find there. And I can't really record in there because I got music playing, so it always messes up the video. Also, the storage unit number 1 video, I'm changing the rules of that a little bit. And then also, I'm going to start cross-listing on like Poshmark and probably like Facebook. I haven't done really anything on Facebook yet, so I'm curious to see what that will bring. That being said, all those 3 items are going to be done after 8 p.m. I cannot work on those 3 items except sourcing at the thrift store because I think they close at 8 p.m. So I have to do the sourcing for that before 8 p.m. But I cannot list or do anything with storage unit number 1, with Honey Hole Sessions, or with cross-listing on other sites until it's after 8 p.m. Why is that? I'm going to start this video series 10 till midnight. 10 till midnight is a series based on me trying to get a new car. I've got to get a new car. My car's just about had it. I had to forego my Trackhawk dreams when I pre-ordered one, and I had to let it go because of health issues with Jan. We didn't know if she was going to be able to go back to work. She was off work for quite a while. She went blind in one eye. We didn't know if it was going to the second eye. So all her health issues that are still around. The down payment I had to was going to use for the Trackhawk. I had to give it to my son because his car just totally went out and it wasn't repairable. And so I gave him the money to get a Jeep Wrangler, put down on the Jeep Wrangler. So at that time, there was a lot of issues going on. We had a friend who did our taxes who passed away. So a new company started doing our taxes and found all these errors. And between business and personal, I think we had to pay $30,000 to $35,000 in back taxes. At that same time, all this stuff was going on. So it really shook things up. And I'm like, I can't get that Trackhawk. We're on 2 shaky grounds. It's not a smart thing to do. We just can't do it. And so for the last, I guess, 3 years or whatever, I've been driving my Peasant Mobile, which I had bought that cheap, bare bones Patriot just to basically trash, to go to the Goodwill outlets, to the USPS to drop off stuff, so I wouldn't hurt the Trackhawk. That was basically the premise behind the Patriot. But unfortunately, Patriot's been my everyday vehicle for the last 3 years. And Adrian's, he's been driving the crap out of it. So it's not sitting in too great a condition. I put money into it almost every month, and it's really not worth that to keep dumping money into it like that. So I've got to get a new car. So I'm going to start up these 3 video series, if you will, probably 3 video series. 10 till midnight with the 2 underneath it, Honey Hole Sessions and the storage unit number 1. And then I'll be doing a cross-listing thing too. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that, if I'm going to do that on video or just I'm going to add that to the 10 till midnight is probably what I'll do. So 10 till midnight will be a combination of all 3 of these. And the goal of 10 till midnight is to get an extra income per month at a time I don't normally work, because I don't want to take away from my day to supply this car. So at 8 p.m., I'm usually done working. I'm leaving the office. I'm cleaning house, doing laundry, eating a late dinner before I fall asleep, right? So I can't do any of these items till after 8 p.m. So it's technically really extra income. And then my goal is to do like a $2,500 extra every month in this video series, 10 till midnight. The reasoning why is I need a new car. It's not smart to buy one right now with everything being shortage. Everybody's bumping up the prices. So I'm giving myself 6 months to see if I can buy a new car bigger than what I am expecting to get. Now, Lamborghini just put out an SUV that's like crazy over the top. It's like $250,000. Of course, every guy I've ever known would love to have a Lamborghini. So I'm going to set my goal way up there, probably a Lamborghini every month would be like $2,500, right? So I'm going to set my goal way up there. Doesn't mean I'm going to, even if I reach the goal, doesn't mean I'm going to get the Lamborghini. It just means that I could if I wanted to. And I love that idea. Because growing up, I used to use cars as my motivation to get out of my crappy neighborhood, right? I'd walk through the rich areas of town, ride my bike through there, and just look at all these houses and cars and going, man, these guys got security. They don't have to worry about drive-by bullets, you know, and cockroaches and eating bologna sandwiches. They've got security, right? So I always looked at like a nice car as like a security blanket, because if you can afford a nice car, you're sitting comfortably and secure. You could sleep well at night. There's no stress, no worries. That's how I always viewed nice cars. And I've had plenty of nice cars over the years. But the last 3 years, I've been driving my Peasant Mobile. So I'm going to set my goal extremely high. I'm going to say, I want to get that Lamborghini. I want to shoot for it, because when I make goals for myself, I always love like shooting for the stars. Even if I don't get there, where I do get is comfortable, beautiful, and I'm happy with it. So I always try to overshoot for what I really want. So I'm going to overshoot my Trackhawk that I want to get still. And I'm going to shoot for that Lamborghini. Now, even if I make it, doesn't mean I'm going to buy that Lamborghini, because when I get there, if I get there, when I get there, I might look at it and go, okay, it'd be stupid to buy freaking that Lamborghini. I'm just getting a Trackhawk. We're throwing the rest of the money in the bank, kind of thing, security. So just because I'm shooting for it, don't mean I'm going to get it, even if I get there, even when I get there. So, like I said, I can only do these new video sessions. I can only list after 8 p.m. because I don't want to take away from my daily income that is already established. And obviously, I don't want to take away from pooling, getting items shipped out. I don't want to fall backwards. I don't want to rob Peter to pay Paul. I want it to be literally extra work, extra income. So that's my goal. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm still playing with all the ideas in my head. So that's all tentative. May change. But that's where I'm headed. That's what I'm looking at. And let's get to pooling. All right, we got these a lot of 3 CDs sold for $7. This is another test I tried to do where I'd, like Rosemary Clooney, there was 100 of those CDs up, so I'd throw the extra couple in there extra for about the same price in hope that they would sell, but it didn't really take off, because shipping for 1 CD is going to be the same as 3 CDs in media mail. So it wouldn't cost me any extra to throw those CDs in. So, but it didn't work, so I stopped doing that a long time ago, but 3 CDs for $7. All right, we got this Vera Bradley wallet sold for $10. Got a Celine Dion cassette single, sold for $9. All right, we got this Julius Caesar vinyl for $9. All right, we got this Destin, Florida sweatshirt, sold for $8. Brentwood wireless hat, been in the store forever, sold for $5. Got a Circa Select hat, sold for $10. Alrighty. Got this Rams hat, New Era, sold for $12. This one sold a couple of hours after listing it. Norfolk Southern. It's a rail line for trains. Sold for $10. Mad About Mozart CD, quick $5. Put this one up at the same time I put that Norfolk Southern up. And it sold the Chicago Cubs for $9. Madden for the PS2, quick $5. I was wondering when this thing was going to sell. I had 2 different ones. The other one sold quite a while ago. So it's an Olympic medalist from Hallmark, Salt Lake City, 2002 Snow Globe. And this sold for $12. So this one was put up at the same time as that other Cub and that Norfolk Southern. And they all sold about the same time. This one sold for $8 to my Rams guy. Rob Crosby, cassette sealed with a cutout, sold for a quick $5. Captain America, hello America, hello America, sold for $11. We got this vintage Disney's Beach Resort polo shirt, sold for $36. Flash in the Can booby cover LP, sold for $8. David Allen Coe hat from the 2004 tour, sold for $30. Are you ready for a 2-hat lot? 2 hats sold for $20. The first one we've got Hooters brand. He said Hooters. And the second one, Icon. What you doing, girl? 2 hats, $20. Well, it happened again. Now, first time I'm telling about this on video. This is so weird. I've had about 5 different pairs of women's shoes over the past, I want to say, month and a half, where they've sold. I go to pull them, and I only find one in the tote. Now, I do not know. I've looked in on the ground. I've looked in totes next to it, just in case it fell from one tote to another. I've looked all around for these 5 pairs of shoes, and they're their mates to them. And I cannot find them. I don't know what the hell happened. I cannot figure it out. 5 different ones in 5 different totes is the weird thing. I don't get it. These would have sold for $20. And I cannot find the mate to it, just like those 4 others. I don't know what the heck's going on, but something weird's going on. Paul Todd Christmas is for the Children. Cassette sealed, sold for $9. We got Yeti Coolers hat, sold for $12. Are you ready for a 2-hat lot? Yeah. 2 hats, 2 Alaska hats, sold for $25. Gaither Vocal Band, Good Things Take Time, CD sealed, sold for $11. Bank of Sullivan hat, sold for $9. Boilermakers Local 363 hat, sold for $7. All right, we got 3 hat lots, sold for $45. All right, Dale Jr. NASCAR hat, sold for $11. True Timber Camo Flash hoodie, sold for $10. Just a blank youth fitted hat, sold for $10. Camouflage Puerto Rico hat, sold for $8. O'Reilly Auto Parts, sold for $10. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here, and I just sold the Rainbow Connection for $7. I can't do his voice very well. Fox Racing hat, sold for $8. We got a Women's Life is Good heart hat, sold for $11. King Sun XL on cassette, sold for a quick $5. Are you ready for a 2 CD lot? 2 CDs sold for $20. We got Judeco AAA Sampler CD, and we got the Gourds Advanced Promo CD. 2 CDs, $20. Adventures of Timmy the Tooth. I lost my brush. Cool, cool. VHS clamshell case. Boom, boom. Sold for $10. All right, for $8, we got this OSO Republic women's shirt. $8. State Chemical, a vintage corduroy hat, sold for $14. Mickey Mouse, MICKEYMOUSE, Disney Store polo shirt, teal in color, sold for $10. All right, we got this Adriana Papel, like a tiered dress. Been in the store for quite a while. Finally sold for $10. Are you ready for a lot of hats? From my my latest repeat buyer, Leeson. He bought 6 hats for a total of $45, I believe. So here's one. Number 2, the loading dock. All right. Number 3, St. Louis hat. Number 4, St. Louis Ritz-Carlton hat. Number 5, USS Yorktown. And number 6, a youth Boy Scout hat. 6 hats, $45. Going to Leeson. Alrighty, 3 o'clock on a Sunday. Kind of a slow weekend because of that 12-hour window. I only sold 2 items where eBay was having issues. But other than that, can't complain at all. So, not complaining, just complaining about eBay and their issues, but not about sales.